Hey everybody, welcome. Can you see me and hear me all right?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Welcome to the call. I think we might give it another minute or so as people roll in at the last second. Feel free to say hi with audio or type in the chat, say hello, who you are, where you're from, where you are now. Uh, just introduce yourself. I am here. I'm currently at the Media Lab at MIT, where I've been visiting the last couple days, and I just found a corner where I wouldn't annoy anybody or try not to annoy anybody speaking out loud for the next few minutes. Also, I'll mention while we're waiting for people to come in, I am a little scared that this call might run out because we had some people join early. And so just in case that does happen, I have everyone from Eventbrite, I have the email up and I'll send you the Zoom link in that case. But I think we should be okay for this till 4:30. So let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, I'm here in Boston right now, visiting the Media Lab, and I'm from Toronto. While I'm talking, feel free to introduce yourselves in the chat, say where you're calling in from. And thank you everybody for coming out to the call. I'm going to start off by just explaining, kind of introing the Smart Glasses community and why we're doing this, and why are we all here right now. And it kind of started because we saw a problem, or maybe saw an opportunity, where we're seeing smart glasses are taking off, and they're about to completely take off. And everybody here, I think, is probably on board and understands that this is happening. And it's happening because of a few important reasons, but maybe the most important one just being that the technology is getting to the point that we can actually achieve the types of things that users need, the thermal, the battery life, the size, the comfort. Users require physical comfort and social comfort from their glasses that wasn't able to be met in the past just with the technology that existed. And now we're seeing that technology is coming into play, and we're seeing a lot of really awesome devices that are being released now and over the next year that are allowing a lot of these futuristic use cases that I think all of us are really excited about, like from head-up display navigation to live language translation and visual search to things like memory aids and AR gaming, augmented dating, and all these kind of things that smart glasses are allowing is now being able to happen because we're seeing the technology getting to the place where it needs to be. And we're seeing this kind of zeitgeist shift towards more interest in smart glasses from the general population, and a lot more industry money going into it and research and such. And so thinking about, like, I've been talking to many of the people who've been joining the community, and we're thinking about why, like, what audience is it that are the types of people who want to be joining the community. And I think it breaks down into a few specific groups. One starts with the developers, the people who are making glasses, open source makers on one hand, who are building their own apps for existing off-the-shelf glasses, or who are using off-the-shelf components to build their own DIY glasses. And many of the people have kind of a vision for use cases that they want to bring into the real world, and they're trying to build that themselves. There's also a number of researchers who are getting involved, people who run labs or are part of university research labs who are doing research centered around wearable computing and smart glasses. And they're either using off-the-shelf smart glasses from various companies, or they're building their own. And they're trying to kind of explore the future use cases and possibilities that these new interfaces allow. There's also people from the industry who are running companies, starting companies, or working for companies that are developing the future of smart glasses technology. And then there's the final group, which I think is the most important, which is users, because there's no point in making any of this stuff if there's no one to use it. And also, it's the most interesting because the developers, the researchers in the industry, everybody who's involved in the space are users. Most of the people who want to who are building the systems are building them because they're excited about being able to use them. So we all exist, and we're here because we're interested in smart glasses. And for talking to the people who are joining the community, everybody wants to learn more about smart glasses, stay on top of the news, use the best technology and apps, and stay on top of the best technology and apps that's available. And probably most important, meet other people interested in smart glasses. And for me, this is one of the biggest reasons to work towards this community, is that there's kind of disparate, spread out everywhere, the people who are interested in smart glasses and working on them. And so trying to bring them all together. If you look at smartphones or sneakers or headphones or any special interest, they have their own community that's dedicated towards that specific thing. But if we look around, there's no open community dedicated to smart glasses. There's a couple of communities that are kind of specific around one company and the one product from that company. And there's a couple communities that are kind of professional networks that they cost quite a bit to become part of, and they cost a lot to go to the events and such. And so we thought, let's create an open community that's not funded and supported and behind one single company or one single product, so that we can bring together all of these developers and researchers and industry and users into a single place that we can meet each other, learn from each other. The users can benefit by knowing the new technology that's coming out that they can use, and the companies can benefit by having a place to find and connect with users, and we can all benefit by coming together. And so that is what this is. That's why we're starting this. And if you're here, you're part of the community, so welcome and thank you for joining. And with that said, I'm going to quickly talk about what we're actually doing to be a community. What is the value? What's the point of all this? And I think there's kind of two ways that's going to happen. There's two answers there. One of them I'm going to go over, which is the things that we're hosting, the opportunities that we're providing, and the other is kind of more up in the air. It's up to you guys and all of us to figure out what are the most valuable things that we can do going forward to make this community worthwhile to all of us, and to make it something that actually pushes forward the field of smart glasses. So on that latter point, I'm going to be sharing with everybody who comes to this meeting afterwards. I'm going to share a link to a quick feedback form, and please give your ideas, give your feedback, give your complaints, whatever it might be. It looks like we might be running out of time. Oh no, we're okay. Just gave me a notification, but we have enough time. And so please fill that out and complain or give your ideas, or if you want to volunteer to help out with part of what we're trying to do, or if you want to present at a future meetup, whatever it is, if it's a one-man project or your 100-person company developing a product, if it's related to smart glasses, just put in that form and we'll get in touch. And then the other side is the things that we're already we're working towards and providing already. Is there's a few things. So first off is the meetups, and I think that's going to be kind of maybe the most important and one of the most central aspects of the community. Is every couple weeks we're going to all jump onto a call, and this week is a little different because I'm introducing things, but usually we're going to have, starting with a kind of rapid fire bunch of presentations from different people working on glasses, and it's going to be, each of them will be something like 3 to 7 minutes long. And it's going to be a way for people to introduce their projects, introduce their products, introduce use cases they're working on or ideas they're working on. It could be, looking for possible beta users or releasing news about new technology. So it's going to be a way to stay on top of the industry, and for anybody who has anything to share, to have a platform to do so that we can all stay on top of what's going on and contribute. So we're going to keep these things really short. Like, this is 30 minutes. Not sure, maybe we would go to 45 or something, but we're trying to pack in as much value per minute as we possibly can. So it's going to stay short and to the point, and the presentations will stay short and to the point, so that we can make sure that you're getting the information. And if you want more information, you can kind of follow up afterwards. So another aspect of this community that we're kind of have put forward and are working on is the website, which is kind of hosting a number of resources around smart glasses. So we've already started writing a few of our own articles, and some of the members of the community are currently working on more articles. And if you believe you have some value to add in terms of an article, again, put that in the feedback form and we can talk about collaborating on that. One of the articles that we already have up, the first thing that we posted is kind of the giant list of use cases for smart glasses. So there's already like 50 use cases posted to that list of all the different kinds of things that either you can already do with smart glasses or we imagine you'll be able to do in the near future. And I think that in the coming few years, we're going to see a startup for pretty much every one of those. And that's going to be a list that grows over time. So we'll continually be adding to that. And if you have ideas, submit them and we can add them to the list. And the other article that we have out, which is going to be growing over time, and probably putting out a new one every year, is an overview of kind of the types of smart glasses that exist, not with a focus on what is actually available now. So not necessarily demos or visions, but a focus on what can you buy off the shelf now, and trying to get an idea, a segmentation of the types of products that are available that you can immediately get now. And every year we'll probably re-examine that in order to provide a canonical resource of type to allow us to stay on top of the industry and what's currently available. The other thing is there's a resource page on that website with a whole bunch of links, and you can check it out, but it's got links to other media sources for smart glasses. So things like the AR/MR/XR Reddit page. It has the SBIE webinars, which I'd highly recommend for the technology side. It has a link to the AR Show podcast, which again is an excellent podcast dedicated specifically to smart glasses, and a number of different resources, books, demo videos, etc. Which can I drop the link? Sure thing. Basically, all these things dedicated to helping us learn and stay on top of smart glasses. And then the link to that resources page is just posted to the chat. And lastly, we're launching a Discord server. So this is a way for everybody to kind of one-on-one communicate with each other, to post news, to communicate with the community. And so I'm going to, as soon as I'm done talking here, I'll post the link in the chat, and I'll follow up with everybody with an email. And that would be a great place to kind of communicate with everybody else in the community, and to share your news and pretty much whatever you want. Anything related to smart glasses, you can do there. So thank you very much for listening to my intro about the community, and thanks for joining the call. We're going to be focused more in the future on, we'll start the presentations right away. But now that we've introduced the community, we will have our presentation, which is coming from L.Michelle. So L.Michelle is going to talk about using smart glasses for therapy and for healing. L.Michelle is the creator of immersive journaling, which is a concept of using smart glasses and life logging, but specifically for self-awareness and for personal development. And she has a lot of really interesting smart glasses projects, like her immersive journaling project with Snapchat spectacles, which she's been wearing the Snapchat spectacles every single day since December 2018 and journaling in this way every day since then. So L.Michelle is going to tell us about what she's been working on in terms of therapy and healing, and talk about kind of the use cases and deployment that she's doing with the Snapchat spectacles. So thanks for jumping on, L.Michelle, and take it away.
Well, thank you, Caden. Caden is one of the nicest and most welcoming people that I've met in this space. And I appreciate being a part of this community. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Shout out to all the Google Glass current, I think someone says they're currently using, and former users. That's where the journey really began for me, thinking about looking at life in this way. But thank you for the introduction, Caden, and the ability to share a little bit here about what I've been working on. So as Caden mentioned, I have been using smart glasses for journaling since December 1st of 2018. I've been using Snapchat spectacles. I started using smart glasses just to capture life back in 2014 with Google Glass, and just made my first life film at that time. The type of journaling I do is called immersive journaling, but the end product are these journals that surround making our life film for the purposes of self-awareness and inner healing and personal development. So some of the things, I'm just going to advance a little bit through the presentation here. This is a definition that I kind of came up with while immersive journaling. Just the deep absorption of life content captured personally through smart glasses or other personal point of view visual media devices. Just in layman's term, very simply is journaling life through smart glasses, not vlogging, not just some arbitrary type capture, but really using this for the practice of journaling. So what immersive journaling is not perfection, it's not necessarily grammatically correct, and it's not traditional journaling. It is life unscripted. It is your life becoming the prompt. It's so amazing. I was reading some articles, or at least one article recently, about people saying, I know journaling is good and it's therapeutic and all of this, but I just can't get into doing it every day, sitting down, trying to write every day and journal in this way. And I just began to think about it, how much journaling I'm able to do using smart glasses, essentially hands-free. So in the beginning, it was just a cool pair of glasses. This is a replica of the actual glasses that I started with. December 1st, 2018, I actually got them on sale at a Black Friday sale. Maybe there'll be some good sales this Black Friday too. But I bought these for $99. The goal at the time was to record the year 2019, which is the year I was turning 40 years old, thus the 2020. I was like, I'm gonna make a live film, I'm turning 40, we'll call it the 2020 live film. Well, from there, I started recording and everything, and I recorded my birthday, which was March 9th, and all these things. But then I got an idea, well, let me look back at the footage and just see what I've captured. And in that moment is when everything shifted. Yes, I captured moments. Yes, I captured footage like you would, maybe using a cell phone or something like that. But I began.
Hey, L.Michelle, please feel free to continue. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
But it looks like most of the people have jumped back on. Thanks everybody for getting back. We'll make sure it works next time. And yeah, please continue, L.Michelle.
Oh, no problem. And so the hobby, like I was saying, it changed. And it changed when I looked at one of the clips after my birthday and began to see something behaviorally behaviorally in the footage that ordinarily I would have missed. So just really quick on the camera, I saw my son, who at the time looked very scared, but there was nothing scary about the situation. And, it just made me begin to think, why would he look scared if there was nothing scary happening and he was looking at me? So what about me was scary to my son? And then after further reflection, because this is journaling, I realized the same face he was making was a similar face I would always make as a child growing up with an abusive father. It was the face of someone who was always bracing themselves, not knowing quite what they were going to get from the individual that stood before them. So of course, I didn't immediately say, wow, this is going to be a behavioral health tool. I said, maybe I'm tripping, but let me look at some more clips. And sure enough, beyond the actual footage, I began to realize there were things I missed in the moment. There were behavioral things that I didn't pick up on, things I needed to adjust in my behavior, my character, just my demeanor, things that weren't necessarily on camera, but from what I was seeing on camera, they were being revealed. So just going along the journey there, Snapchat became very interested in the work we were doing, and started having meetings around the film, started asking questions about had we seen certain movies where they recorded life over a longer period of time, like Boyhood and things like that. They did a special feature just kind of highlighting our work. But for me, more than the work itself, it was the practice of journaling and the healing I was experiencing, even how I treated people. There was one piece of footage I looked at, and it just made me realize how happy my mom is to see me every time I see her. The little things that I miss because I'm just going along in the moment and processing whatever's before me, but not necessarily everything that might be happening. So on New Year's Eve 2019, just to move along as we get to the end here, I figured I was done with the year. I had fulfilled the mission of recording every day for 2019, but there was so much healing happening. In my mind, I felt as though I did not want to turn the glasses off. So I said, I'll just maybe record another year. And the rest is really pretty much history. The world as we knew it would never be the same. Enter COVID-19, enter all of the things that were happening with Black Lives Matter, just enter just this whole new world, really, and the changes. At that time, as I continued to record, Snapchat produced a longer feature as it related to race. Race became one of the topics, or has become one of the topics I'm journaling about. Trauma, childhood trauma has become a topic. My health in general, I battle with lupus is something I'm following. Obviously, I'm following faith. I'm a woman of faith, and I'm following the technology just in general. In journal format, I've come to realize I'm still healing. I'm still looking at footage. In year two, I pretty much thought I had it. I missed a really big one that'll come out in our next journal. I missed my husband being depressed. He said it on camera, I recorded it, and I never remembered it. It wasn't until 9 months later, after I had talked about him almost every day to my best friend, like he's acting erratic, I don't know what's wrong with him. I didn't know what depression looked like, but right there on the footage that I journaled was him saying, I have a situation that's depressing me. But me always being so concerned about what I'm gonna say next and not really listening, I totally missed it. The beautiful part is I didn't miss it all the way because I was able to look back at my footage and make the necessary adjustments. Just to wrap it up, I began to wonder if this practice was going to benefit more than just me. So I partnered with FAMU, which is an HBCU here in the area, and got a group of students together and asked them to wear glasses, which Snapchat sponsored at the time, for 30 days. Well, this was during the pandemic, the first group that we worked with. And I wondered what they would see in their lives, if they would see anything different or what would it be like. One of the students who responded, her name is Shima, and I'll just share with you this quick clip of what she had to say.
Hi, I just saw the film. It was so good. When I was filming all those clips, they seemed so random to me, but in the film, it all came together so well. Yeah, it was great. I mean, it told you a story you couldn't see in the individual clips, which I found so fascinating. As for what I learned, I thought about it and I realized that we often spend a lot of time thinking about the past or anticipating, looking forward to, or worrying about the future. I mean, what's in the past is already in the
Just have
past.
to wrap up
and
in the next
what's
30
in the
seconds,
future you
Michelle.
can't control. What you can control is the now and your actions in it. And so the most important thing that this experience has taught me is to embrace your feelings in the moment and don't worry about the past or the future. Just enjoy the current state that you're in and embrace it.
So that's what she got for journaling her life for 30 days. So it really does work. Immersive journaling has been a tremendous use case for me. using the smart glasses, and we hope to spread that to many, many more people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, L.Michelle. That's such an interesting use case, something that I don't think many people know about or are actually using yet. But I think it's really going to catch on just from the evidence that you're showing and the anecdotal reports. So as we're coming to 4:30 here, thank you everybody so much for joining this one. It looks like we don't have time to break out this time, but next time we'll do a conversation amongst everyone. And please join us in 2 weeks when we do our next call. And I'm going to follow up with all the links, and I'll send you the link to L.Michelle's work so you can get in contact with her. Stay on top, and please fill out that feedback form so that we can learn how to improve. And looking forward to meeting everybody. So thanks a lot and have a great day, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Hayden.
Okay. Bye, guys.